lots of questions and answers, from the community. Obviously, I think Josh and I have been pretty fluid and consistent with our comments about wanting this to be a community first group, and that's one thing that you'll get out of this. So I'll turn it over to Josh, who's a much better speaker than I am, to kind of talk about the project, and then we'll open this thing up for some communication with everybody.
Awesome, thanks, Joe. So guys, super excited to have you. Thanks so much for logging in. We are Crypto Holdem NFT, and we are about a week into our big push here. So we have this project kind of started back in August. Myself and Joe and Kenny, our co-founder, got together, and we're all avid poker players, and realized that there was just a tremendous opportunity in the space to be able to merge the crypto NFT and poker worlds. I've been fortunate enough to be able to play with some pretty cool folks. Maria Ho is a good friend of the organization here, as is Joe Stapleton. The majority of you in here are probably either friends of ours or fans of Maria's or Joe's. So we welcome you in. Great folks, to be sure. And so when we started the ideation process for this project, really what we wanted to make sure is that we had a project that was really honoring the game. We're, again, poker purists and love the game. So that's where Maria Ho got involved. Having a professional like Maria involved as our poker ambassador was everything for us. And for those of you who've been here since the very beginning, we were going to launch, our initial plan was to launch around now, actually, to be transparent. And when we got Maria involved and went through the branding and a bunch of other things, logo and things of that nature, Maria was instrumental in really elevating that brand and getting us to a position where we could. Oh, hey Maria, just join the chat. I'll call you up there, Maria, if you want to join us here. So Maria just popped in. So Maria was instrumental in elevating the brand and making sure that we were taking some of the finer nuances of gameplay and things of that nature, and really dialing that in so that we are honoring the brand. So to give you hold on one sec, let me get Maria up here too. So to get, in order for us, thanks Maria. Welcome in, Maria Ho, ladies and gentlemen. How are you, Maria? Good evening. I can't hear you, Maria, but you're off of mute. Yeah, this thing's a little funky, so we're figuring it out. But anyway, so the purpose for tonight, so that give you a little bit of background about the project. So welcome Maria as our poker ambassador, and then what we did is we retooled and elevated a lot of the branding and looked at the utility. Utility is a big word you hear in the NFT community, and for us, utility and community are the most important aspects of it. But really, the only way to be able to honor the community and to be able to develop the type of community that we want is to be able to just provide staggering utility. So that's what this whole project is based around. We just dropped the minting instructions into the Discord here. What you're going to find out is that we're going to be minting at a higher price point than your 0.08 back in the day and in the fall. And the reason for that is because profit gives us resources, as my previous employer used to say, and we want to be able to do some really kick-ass stuff for you guys and in conjunction with the team, with the community. So we're going to be minting at a higher price, and with that, it's going to come a lot of really amazing opportunities to do some really cool things, of which we can get into in a sec. But again, for the time being, the purpose of this, obviously kind of a last-minute thing here, was just to be able to pop on, talk a little bit about the mint price, and then be able to answer questions, of course, most importantly. So with that said, we'll dive into it. So we're going to have 3 different mint prices. So go ahead and pull up the document here. So basically, you'll have 3 different opportunities to participate, and that's going to be at varying price points. So the first of which is going to be what we're calling the whale presale. So the whale presale is going to be the first of its kind, and basically the concept behind that is, if you want to spend a little bit more, you don't have to grind it out in Discord. You don't have to, do any of those kind of nuanced things where you need to go and, level up, or you need to invite a certain number of folks or things of that nature. So with the whale presale, it's going to be at 1 ETH, and at that 1 ETH, all you need to do is go ahead and reach out to the team. You'll email VIP@cryptoholdemenft.com. put whale presale in the subject line, and then once you've done that, you'll be able to speak with a VIP host at Crypto Holdem, and that VIP host will go ahead and set up a time for you to go ahead and purchase. Sorry, guys, getting some messages here. So that's how that will work. So that'll be at 1 ETH, and that's going to be at a higher price point. That will be limited to 500 NFTs, so 500 slots in the whale presale. And again, that's going to be for folks that really just want to ape in. They're happy to pay a little bit more and want their handheld and an individual window open for those guys to participate. The second is going to be the public on sale. So as far as the public on sale, things of that nature, we anticipate we're going to have at least 4,000 NFTs for sale in the public on sale. So if you're somebody who is not able to participate in the whale presale, isn't interested in minting at that price point, you will have an opportunity. At least 4,000 slots will be open on January 22nd, and it'll be 0.75 ETH will be that price point there. So again, coming in at 0.75 and slightly less than the whale presale, of course, but that's one of those kind of take your chances and kind of go from there. So as far as the second option, that's going to be the second option there. Then the actual Holdem whitelist will be at 0.40 ETH. So for those of you who are whitelisted or who are interested in being whitelisted, which is probably most of you here tonight because you're here with us that early, you're going to be able to mint at a significantly reduced price. And of course, the logic behind that is that we want to reward those people that were with us from the ground up and who have grinded it out in Discord. We know it's a lot of work, right? Getting those invites out. I know a lot of you are members of multiple Discord communities, and we really do truly value all of you here, folks that have boosted us, have interacted with us. The interaction from this community in the little less than a week that we've really been on here pushing has been awesome. You guys are great, so we really truly appreciate that, and so that will be your third option there. So again, the whale presale will be happening at 1 ETH. That will be first come first serve, limited to 500. The public on sale at 0.75 ETH, and again we expect to have at least 4,000 units there, and then 0.40 ETH. 0.40 ETH is the price for the Holdem whitelist holders. So again, what we believe will be a tremendous value for those folks who have stuck with us and grinded it out from the beginning, and that's something we're super excited about. So that's the pricing information. That's what we're here to do. To cover a few other announcements that we made in our announcements channel. We will be having our first gathering, which is going to be taking place in Las Vegas, Nevada, around the World Series of Poker in July. So that will be tremendous. That's going to be for all Holdem holders. It's going to be in conjunction with the World Series of Poker timing. We're not affiliated with the World Series of Poker in any way, at least not for the time being, but the main event is scheduled to run from mid-May to mid-July. So our expectation is sometime between July 5th and July 15th will be our first Crypto Holdem holder party. And we're expecting a really great turnout for that, and have a lot of details that we're working through. Obviously, it's a little ways away at this point. It's still early to start talking details. So location and what's what will be all to be determined. But as far as what we can guarantee is it's going to be an awesome time. You're going to have access to some incredible poker pros. Food and beverage always will be a staple at these events, as you'll see. And the team's not afraid to spend a couple bucks to make sure we're throwing a really kick-ass party for you guys. So that's the first event for everybody. That all Holdem holders will be invited to. We will also be hosting an event in Denver, Colorado at some point here in the new year. Details of that will come out tomorrow. So not able to confirm that, but we do have some large collaborations that we're working with. And in relation to ETH Denver, which is the big Ethereum conference that's taking place in Denver, I could tell you tonight that we will have a presence there, and we will have some sort of, it won't be quite as large, of course, as our annual gathering, but we'll have some type of happy hour or something to that effect, that if you're in the area for ETH Denver and you want to come on out, we'd love to see you and buy you guys a couple beers and be able to chat a little bit there. So as far as major announcements, that's what we have. Joe, do you want to, before we open up for questions, you want to add anything? Or?
Yeah, Yeah, I think the term that gets thrown around is, utility and access. And, those are the common buzzwords that are in the NFT space right now. But for the people that are in this room now, I can guarantee you guys are going to get access to this community like never before. I think Josh is being a little coy when he talks about the fact that we're not afraid to spend some bucks on this community. And I can tell you, him and I have been, discussing this project for a long time. And, right out the gate, him and I and Kenny came together and said, hey, we want to make this a premium community. We want to make this, we really want to go after the poker players, the NFT, the crypto community, and how can we do that? I think, right out the gate, as you guys can see, we also just uploaded our white paper to under the official info. And if you guys click on the link there, you'll see our white paper, our overall map of where we want to go with this. I mean, we're going to give back $1 million from our mint price, and that includes $250,000 on mint day. And we, Josh and I have been going back and forth on. You guys will see when we get later on down to close to minting. There's a really cool 1-of-1 diamond hands pocket aces that our artist John created, and we originally had that thing at $25,000 as to mint that, and Josh and I sat down and had a couple. I think that thing needed $100K, and we talked to Kenny, and boom, now that thing's $100K. One of the things that's a really cool aspect to this whole project is you guys are going to get access to the poker community like never before. And I think we've all watched the World Series of Poker. Maria plays in it, but we wanted to give more back to this community, and that's why and part of the you look at a 2022, 2023, and 2024. We're going to fully pay for 3 different people to go and play at the World Series of Poker. So I mean, outside of utility, access, education, we're talking to a major partner. Josh, I don't know if we can release the details on who we're talking to for the education aspect, but I mean, you guys can be guaranteed that we are not going to hold back anything for this community. One thing you talked about yesterday with some announcements, we're going to have a pretty big announcement, probably a huge announcement tomorrow for this community, and I'm really excited. I wish we could kind of elaborate on that a little bit more, but that will come first thing probably tomorrow. I think, what do we schedule for, like 12 o'clock or something like that, Josh?
Yeah, I'll pull it up in the notes, but yeah, sometime tomorrow afternoon, yep.
Sometime tomorrow afternoon, we'll be having a major announcement for this community, and just, again, trying to build this thing up. We have our marketing plan running, and, we can't do it without you guys. We've been in the Discord channel talking to a lot of people. A lot of people are whitelisted already, and just, if you can share this with anybody who is, in the poker, crypto, NFT space, because I can tell you, you're not going to want to miss out on this NFT. And that's one thing that, you can guarantee from Josh and I, is that we will make this thing happen, and we will spend the money to make this thing one of the best projects out there. So I'll stop talking right now and kind of turn it over if anybody has any questions. I know there's a lot of information that we just threw out, but I'd love to hear from some people in the community, some questions you guys might have and things like that.
Yeah, and I think too, as before we bring up any speakers or take questions, that's one of the things that was important to Joe and I and to Kenny and to Maria, was that everybody's fully doxxed, right? So this isn't, awesome guy 37 with, some random emoji. I mean, that's my, love it or hate it, that's my face in there. And, we've got, we're all in on this thing, right? I mean, this is a company that we're building, and, working with Maria, who is, obviously a legendary poker player and a close personal friend of ours. This is something that is really, really important to all of us. And so having you along to this ride with us means everything. And, to Joe's point, you're going to get our best and brightest. This access prizes in education, kind of aping in this little acronym that we came up with in a staff meeting one day, is really what it's all about, right? And we're going to give you access to poker celebrities and tournaments like you've never seen, some amazing prizes, and also some education too for those of you that are new to the NFT space that don't know what a MetaMask wallet is, and that's okay, right? So we have a couple different educational vendors in the hopper. We're in early discussions with Masterclass. I'll say that now. We're somewhere at the 50-yard line with them. Doing business with a big company like Masterclass is no small feat, and obviously there's a lot that they want on their side too as far as vetting an NFT project. They haven't entered the metaverse, so to speak, yet. So, but we have had some really good productive conversations, and with also local vendors too that are preparing whiteboard crypto videos and things of that nature. So super stoked. Before we go on to questions, Maria, did you have anything that you wanted to add?
Just that, generally speaking, I'm obviously coming from a little bit of the poker front versus, the NFT side of things, but something that I know about the community of poker players throughout the years is that, we're early adopters of a lot of things. When crypto kind of, everybody in poker is talking about it, and very similar with NFTs. I think poker players, the type of personalities that it takes, as I'm sure a lot of you guys out there know, a little bit of that risk taking, that willingness to, again, go all in on a bluff, risking your tournament life, for something that, is a high risk, high reward type of spot, right? I think that is a lot of the values that something like the crypto culture and NFT culture brings as well. Is we're all super excited to be involved in this space. And I think there's a high correlation and intersection, the type of people that, the gamers, the people that are, into poker or esports or what have you. I think we all kind of have that mentality of really wanting to be all in on something and build this community. And as far as like what Joe and Josh have spoken about in terms of the utility and the access and all of that, that's definitely the piece that I really want to bring, is something that I've noticed, especially in the last 2 years since the pandemic hit, is that there are so many people out there that are playing in these home games with their friends, or people that have learned to play poker for the first time or are kind of new to the community because the pandemic kind of started to give them that inroad into poker that they might not have had before. And we kind of want to blow that up, into something bigger. I think it's amazing that there's so many new poker players now and people that are discovering how great this game is. And again, that speaks to the education part and the people wanting to have these really cool real world poker experiences that hopefully, as the pandemic comes hopefully to an end, we're going to be able to get together and provide that for you guys, so that now it's not just something in the last 2 years you guys have maybe played with your friends or locally in your card room, or in these bar leagues that are happening all over the states. Obviously online poker is not yet fully legalized within the US, and so there's just so many ways that we want to try to bring that community and poker enthusiasts, whether you are somewhat newer to the game or somewhat experienced, you could also be a semi-pro or a professional even, but, we really want to be able to bridge that gap so that everybody can feel like this is something they could get excited about. But again, that's why, with the live meetups in Vegas and things like that, and obviously just me having my finger on the pulse of the poker community, I think that'll really help bring all of this together.
Amazing. Thanks, Maria, so much for that. We really appreciate it. We appreciate you jumping on kind of last minute. This was, again, we were working with our artists and everything to make sure that we had our mid-price, everything locked in today in preparation for some major announcements tomorrow. And so thanks for everybody, including Maria, for jumping in here kind of last minute and jumping on with us. So appreciate that, Maria. All right, guys, with that said, I will open it up for questions. So if you want to come on up, raise your hand, and we'll call some folks up and happy to answer any questions you may have. Always somebody wants to be first. I see there's 10 of you. All right.
There we go.
Arle, there we go. All right, come on up, Arle. Hey, Arle, how you doing tonight?
Hey, what's up, guys? Doing very well. Excited. Really stoked about this project. Soon I saw an ad and saw it was a crypto that had poker with. I was like, oh, I got to be part of that one right there.
Awesome.
So I'm really stoked about that. That being said, my first question is, I'm not sure, what's the supply going to be? Is it going to be 4,000?
Good question. So the total supply is 9,262, and with
282.
Okay.
9,282. Thanks, Joe. And plus 10. So we're going to have 10 final. We're going to call them final table NFTs. So 9 final table NFTs. So if you mint one of the 9, you're going to win $10,000 in Ethereum instantly on mint day. And if you mint the big boy, the double aces, diamond hands, ultra rare 1 of 1 NFT, you're going to win $100,000 in ETH on mint day. So those 10 will be put in the general supply, and then we'll have 9,282 plus 10. So you'll have that, and then so the team is taking 282 of the total supply will be held back by the team for distribution, for collabs, for things like that, and then every single other NFT will be eligible to be either whitelisted into whale pre-sale. Obviously, everything's going to be there'll be a mint day and a reveal day, obviously. So when your folks are minting, they're not going to know what they're minting, as is tradition. But so the total supply is 9,000. Is really that available for purchase and distribution will be 9,000, and of course, we'll ensure that none of the 9 final table or 1 ultra rare are in the admin wallet. Of course, those will be. We'll make sure with our devs that those get pushed into the general population. Of course.
Nice. And that'll be randomized, right? Like,
correct.
It's not going to be okay.
Correct. Yeah. So all of the art is going to be algorithmically generated and then placed into that using that double blind algo, and then placed into the as generic numbers as you've seen with other projects. And then when you buy in, you'll get your thumbnail that just says Crypto Holdem NFT, and then on reveal day, everybody will find out what they got.
And we're doing all with our dev team, so we will be minting straight from our website, and then we'll be transferring everything over to OpenSea.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, cool. Now, in regards to the future, I mean, I already understand the utility of everything, and that's why I'm stoked about this, is to be able to have access to a poker community like that. But what about like getting into the metaverse and maybe like having games or stuff like that? Is that like something that's far into the future you guys are thinking about, or is it are we gonna stop at like having poker parties, going to poker games? Also,
I can take a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've been approached this early on by a couple different companies, and you can't really talk who they are, about going into the metaverse and all the buzzwords that you want to do. It's going to be on our roadmap 2.0 for sure. We are just having we want to make sure we get this mint successfully done, make sure the community has everything that they need, and that is 100% in the cards. I think just on peel back the layers of the founders and the team, we're trying to develop, whether or not we want to look at our own or we want to partner with somebody who's already in the space. I mean, we're looking at various options, but, to be blunt about your question, yes, that is in the Crypto Holdem 2.0 roadmap, is getting into that.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I think, Arle, to build on that, a reason why it's in the 2.0, not the 1.0, is because for us, we wanted to bring, there's so much unknown about the metaverse, right? Who's gonna win? I mean, Joe and I have looked at, we have land kind of in Snoop's neighborhood in the sandbox that we've been looking into, right? So we've got different areas that we've identified as areas of interest for us. The problem is we want to, like Joe said, definitely not afraid to spend money. Like you guys will see, we're gonna have some awesome times together. But we also want, this is a business and we want to be prudent about it. So we're letting the metaverse thing boil out a little bit. And to be frank, a lot of the other poker projects are focusing on Malta-based gaming in the metaverse, right? And opening metaverse casinos. And for us, it's just a little early for that. So we wanted to focus on real life utility first as kind of our core, some of our core principles, dictate in the beginning. But yeah, 100%, that's something we'll look at going forward.
Awesome. Well, that's I'm always excited about the future. One last question. Obviously, a successful mint is to sell out everything, right? There's 9,000, 9,000 plus supply. What's the plan? I mean, I only see 252 members in the Discord, and we're launching on the 22nd in a month. You guys got more marketing? You guys gonna scale up marketing more, or how are you guys going to accomplish that?
Yeah, definitely. It's a good question. And it's a good question. It's a valid concern. So we had this, we talked to our artist tonight, and where this is a roller coaster ride, right? When you're launching, owning an NFT is a roller coaster ride. I can promise you that developing one is that times 10. But to answer your question, yeah, I mean, we can't sell 9,000 NFTs to 250 people, right? Unless you guys are all digging really deep. So we have a really robust marketing plan. Like we always say in Twitter and Discord, we're all so early in this space. You guys are super early. We have a massive collaboration coming out tomorrow with a really well-known project. That announcement's going to be made tomorrow afternoon. And then I think that's going to, we're all waiting for the one big thing, right? To kind of kick this thing into the next gear and get 4 to 5 digit Discord numbers, and that we all look for it, that I look for when I'm backing a project, frankly, right? So I promise you we'll get there. Tomorrow's announcement is going to be a huge part of that. And we have a couple of other collaborations that aren't with, again, noteworthy projects that aren't as, let's say, developed as what we're announcing tomorrow. But tomorrow's announcement is going to be huge. I think some people, too, are waiting to see on mint prices and things like that. I feel like now that that's out there. And then as far as just straight marketing and marketing dollars, yeah, what Joe and Kenny and I and Maria can guarantee to you is air, land, and sea, we're going to get the right amount of folks in this thing to sell this thing out, because everything's predicated on that, right? Anything we want to do as a business is predicated on us selling out and giving this company and this community the resources we need to do some cool stuff. So I hear you, and yeah, we're gonna go. Joe, do you want to add to that?
Yeah, just to piggyback and be completely transparent on that, there was a lot of discussion internally with our team on whether or not we wanted to launch this Discord 30 days out. We had a lot of advisors that were saying, hey, launch this thing, 8 days, and then just flood it with all of your marketing dollars and stuff like that. And we made the conscious decision to do this 30 days out for a couple of reasons. One is full transparency. And I think that's one thing you'll get with this group is that, we are a fully transparent set of individuals, and, we wouldn't be here and Maria wouldn't be back in this project if we weren't. So I think that says a lot about where our goals, where our mindset is at. And yeah, we do have plans. Obviously it starts tomorrow with the major collaboration announcement. And then, we do have the next steps already set, the dollars already allocated. So, we do have the plan set in place, and we're looking to solidify some of these other major collaborations so that we can start drawing from other projects that already have massive followings. There's so many projects out right now that are either in the gambling space or have some type of poker channel within their Discord, and those the different groups and collaborations that we're looking at making. So again, if there's a suggestion box, if you guys have a group out there that you think we should reach out to, and maybe we overstep and haven't seen it, shoot that in the suggestion box, and I can tell you that we'll follow up on that for sure.
Awesome. Arle, any more questions? All great questions. Thank you so much. Any other questions for you? All right. I'm going to leave my man up here, and then I'm going to call NGO up here. Let's see. All right. Good evening.
Hi. Can you guys hear me clearly?
Yeah, we got you. Welcome.
All right. I just want to make sure that before I speak up. Well, my main question right here is I got into the AMA late, so I'm not sure I missed it, or did you guys explain it, or will you guys explain later? So my first question I have is I saw the mint price that you post is the one Ethereum one gonna be for the only 500 member of the VIP, and they go straight to the VIP perks with getting the perks and everything. So I wonder what exactly is the perk that the VIP is getting, and then because I think for people to be willing to put out a large amount of Ethereum like that to get a VIP seat, then they want to know exactly what they're getting and what they're buying into. So that's why I'm wondering.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's a great question. So we're gonna have. So for right now, what we can tell you right now, a little bit of that to be, again, like Joe said, we're going to say to be transparent a lot because we are. So, but to be honest with you, a lot of some of that is still being fleshed out. What we can assure you is that, so what we know now, all we can tell you is what we know now. So what we know now is that the biggest perk to the whale presale and to being part of that VIP is you're going to be assigned a VIP host, which is somebody from the team that's going to go ahead and so communicate with you one-on-one, come up with a mint time in a window prior to the on sale that works for you, send you an individualized link, and allow you to go ahead and do that without any of the grind, right? So not grinding it out through Discord, not inviting folks, not having to boost the server, do things like that. So this is really targeted at folks that who really value their. I mean, not we all value our time, but folks that are extremely busy, right? Folks that aren't really active in Discord, things of that nature, that are happy to pay a little bit more to do that. So to answer your question, what they'll get for that is you'll have access to that VIP role. That VIP role will come with certain benefits that we'll be elaborating on in the next week, both in real life events and also online. We have a VIP room built out within our Discord that has access to those players, and in addition to folks that are interested in becoming VIPs but aren't interested in paying the 1 ETH. If you win a live board run out, you're also added to that VIP room. So it's just another tier of membership, within the program that's gonna have some different offers. The biggest utility right now is that you're guaranteed to be if you're willing to pay that premium price, you're guaranteed to get an NFT. We're going to cap it at 500, and then we'll make an announcement once that whale presale list is full. But you're going to be guaranteed to get into part of the program. You're going to be worked with one-on-one, again, in a concierge style manner, and it's not something where you'll have to scramble for a public on sale or grind it out on Discord. And the VIP channel will have additional utility that will be announced here shortly.
I mean, and just to piggyback that on why we decided to go with this, we've only had this Discord open for, I think less than a week. And I can tell you there's already a significant amount of people that didn't even know the mint price. And, I even responded back saying it was going to be, higher than normal mint price, especially for the whale. Said, hey, how can I get in? And I think this is for, and I've done it on my own projects, the things that I've invested in. It's like, hey, listen, I don't have time right now to grind it out on Discord like Josh was saying. I just want to, when I gave in, I want to be part of this project. And this is, one of those abilities that we're reaching with those certain, investors, community members who don't want to, get to level 8 in the chat and things of that nature. So I think that's the biggest part right now. We've already seen traction with it. And, we're going to start unveiling different major aspects to the VIP. But right now it's getting those people that don't need to, on public sale day, hope to God that they get, they're able to get through and mint this project, or they're not on a whitelist. So those are the people that have already been reaching out, saying that, hey, how can I get on this list? How can I make sure I'm one of those people? So.
Okay, that sounds great. And then, if you don't mind, I do have one more question.
Please.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so for the roadmap, as Arley opened to ask earlier, that if you guys are, walking into the space of become a play-to-earn games and stuff like that on the metaverse, well, you say that you will have that in the roadmap of the 2.0. When is that? Like, what do you have in mind as like an estimated time of when is that going to start, like the 2.0? Is that right after minting day, or how long?
I can tell you it's going to start right after mint day, and even the conversations that we've had with the people that have approached us, the companies that have approached us, we've said, hey, we're in conversation until we successfully mint this thing. So I think it's not going to be a year after mint. I think, Josh, Kenny, and I have had significant conversations about, hey, we are going to start this thing and look into these, inquiries that we continuously get about this project. And I think it's, it goes to show that we are a different type of NFT project that, we may have a very small Discord following that we just launched, and we're already getting approached by different companies to talk about that metaverse and, get into our roadmap 2.0. So,
yeah, I think too, though, just to be really clear, right? So that's all of that is absolutely correct. But our focus to start and at launch is on the utility that's on our existing roadmap, right? So because there's a lot of great in-person utility. I mean, we understand the P2E platform is wildly popular right now, so that's of course something we're going to get involved with. But as far as sending somebody to the World Series of Poker, right? Meeting up with folks for ETH Denver in February, meeting up with folks in July for our first annual event, and hosting games online, doing monthly board runouts. I mean, we've got we've got over $1 million in prize money allocated to, over the next 3 years to this community and this, and this group of folks here. So yes, but we don't want to lead you down the road to say, hey, in a month you're going to see a detailed plan from us, a detailed 2.0 roadmap with a PDE structure and where we're going to be in the metaverse, because frankly we're letting the dust settle a little bit right now to see where the best spot's going to be for us. But we definitely have line items allocated on the budget for it, and it's on the radar. But our focus to start is going to be on all these access prizes in education that we're touting here first. So just to be clear.
Okay, that's all the question I have.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So, all right, and we're going to welcome up Andy here to the stage. Hey. Good evening, Andy.
You can hear me?
We can hear you okay. How are you tonight, sir?
Oh, I'm doing great, guys. Thank you for the opportunity to speak.
Yeah, not a problem. What can we do for you?
No, I'm very excited about the project. Just had a question. So, have you guys thought about, given that everything is randomized, you have the VIP whale section. So my understanding is, regardless of what bucket of, person you're in, whether you're just the public, whether you're whitelist, whether you're whale, you have a randomized NFT coming to you. Have you thought about potentially for the whales to let them pre-select a not extra value added NFT if they had a particularly favorite hand, like a 6-9 of diamonds, for example, my personal favorite hand.
It's a great
could I, if I wanted to pay that extra, have you considered letting me do that if I went the extra mile and paid for the whale NFT?
It's a great question. It's a great question, and the answer, to be short, is no. So we've looked at, and I will say that one of the cool things about the project will be on the secondary market is when you'll be able to go out and buy those hands. We know that, Maria was really good about kind of coaching us up when we're doing our due diligence on the project, that like you have your emotional connection to 6-9 of diamonds, there's the dolly, 9 to 5, there's, the Doyle, there's all these different hands that, people have, yeah, for sure, that people have emotional attachments to. I'm the same way. So I get it. So that there'll be an opportunity for that in the secondary market, but as far as letting folks choose their hands, unfortunately, no, not in the beginning, just because we want to honor the game and keep it random, making sure it's fair for everyone. So whether you're coming in at an ETH or at 0.4, you have the same opportunity as everyone else.
No, that's great. No, thank you. Thank you for answering the question. And that my assumption that is also that then goes forward with all the poker hands that are drawn on the future prizes are all also totally random in keeping true to that theme, right?
Correct.
I'm assuming that's what we're going for, yeah.
That's right. Yep, and we're going to have a randomizing element too. So when we do the live board runouts, and we'll get more into that in the coming weeks, there'll be a randomization feature as to which deck is selected. Then Maria will shuffle that deck live, and then that deck, will turn and burn, and we'll have a flop, turn, and river for you to match up with the board. But yeah, that'll all be randomized as well. That's correct.
That sounds great. Thank you, guys. I appreciate the time.
Yeah.
Everyone have a good night.
Thanks so much for coming up. You have a great night. Thanks, Andy. All right. See, we got some new folks that just cruised in here. So got some of our regulars in here. KB, good to see you. Some other folks in here. So what other JD, good to see you, buddy. What else? Any other questions? If you want to come on up and speak, please throw a hand up, and be happy to have you up here on, I guess it's a stage here in Discord, and answer any questions you may have. All right. Okay. So then I'll just keep talking for a second here, and then we'll. We know it's late or early, depending on where you're checking in from. So again, just to give you kind of things to look forward to. So again, thank you so much for coming in. Please check the announcements. We're going to be super active in the Discord, super active on Twitter. Follow us at Crypto Holdem NFT on Twitter and Instagram. Everything that we post here, obviously the majority of the information is always going to be here in the Discord. We try to repost some key things to Twitter as well, and Instagram when we can, but definitely this is going to be your best source of information. If you have any questions for the team or anything like that, please drop them in. We have this, as Joe mentioned, the suggestion box. We have two amazing mods, Cypher and Alex, who are community managers, who have helped us build out this server to hopefully anticipate whatever needs you have, but can't emphasize this enough. We're an open book, guys, so please, if there's anything you see, no such thing as a stupid question, honestly. And then we know that there are some people in here that are holding different bags of different, crypto and have been in the space a long time, especially for the poker players in the room. And we know there's people here that don't know what a MetaMask wallet is, and that's okay. So I can't emphasize that enough. I learned about crypto from all my poker friends, Maria included. A year ago, I wasn't, I started with NBA Top Shot like a lot of people did. So, this is new to a lot of us here. So we're all in this together. I hate to use that term to use a COVID pun, but it really is true. So by all means, please, no such thing as a stupid question. Any feedback you have is good. We're happy to take it. And please, guys, to get to parlays, invite your friends. Tell your friends, right? And let's grow this thing together. There's a lot of ways to be able to throw numbers in a Discord, and we said in day one we're not gonna use bots. We're not gonna do any of this stuff to be able to fudge numbers. Everything you see is organic, and we've grown this from the ground up, and that's always going to be the way it is. So the people that are here have been here through organic word of mouth or through traditional marketing channels, and that's why this is going to be a really amazing community. The last thing I'll mention here too is we are looking at an online poker provider. So we're vetting providers. Obviously, Maria's got a huge stake in that. So Maria and I are going to be meeting this week on that. But you will see here in the next, I'll say under promise, over deliver. By the end of the week for sure, probably sooner than that, our online poker room. And tomorrow, again, hate to keep teasing it because I can't go into it, but massive announcement tomorrow with a really well-established project. We're so excited for that. So just thank you from the bottom of our hearts. I mean, this is it, you guys. I mean, we all, myself and Joe and Kenny, and Maria. Well, Maria's obviously a poker personality, a poker legend, but this is all we're doing in 2022. I mean, this company, this business, this community is our number one priority. So just can't emphasize enough how much we appreciate you, how much you're putting your faith in us to deliver. It's something we take really seriously. And from the bottom of our hearts, just thank you so much for being here. It really means a lot. These 15 folks that are in this AMA, I promise you by next week when we do this AMA again, the room will be a little bit bigger. So it'll be exciting.
I can tell you right now, I screenshotted it, and I won't forget when we meet up.
Yeah, no, that's right. So,
and I'll just close out with this. To me, the announcement that we are going to have tomorrow, I think, shows the level of commitment that we have to this project. Many of you have been in this space. You try to walk into a meeting and have a conversation with founders of NFT projects, and you have 250, 400 people in your Discord. You don't get that meeting. And I think the level of transparency that we have and the roadmap, the pitch deck, the white papers that we have created, gave us the ability to open this door to these collaborations. And I think tomorrow will show that, this is a real project, and we are going to do a real thing here. And that's why we, originally doxed ourselves right off the bat. Just like Josh said, this is all we're going to be doing. And to have somebody like Maria on board, shows the credibility in that avenue. But, with the collaboration that you'll see tomorrow, this is a real deal. And they'll be able to pitch our project to these different founders and these different projects. We'll show you one more level of the commitment that we have from the founder side. And I can tell you that no rock, no amount of money, we are not going to skimp on marketing dollars. We have a roadmap internally of where we need to be and where we need to go. And, Josh and I were on the phone probably for, 7 hours off and on today talking about, hey, what can we do here, what we can do there, having these collaboration meetings. So I'm really proud about tomorrow. And I'm really excited. And thank you guys for being here. And Maria, I can close it out with you. If anybody else has the last minute question.
Maria, I'm going to call NGO back up here. Had another quick question, so I'm going to call him back up here while Maria stay on the line here, and we'll see what are the questions we have here. Yes, sir.
We see that you're speaking. I just can't hear you.
Hey, can you guys still hear me?
We got you, buddy. Yeah. What's up?
It's more likely just a projection for questions, because in the past, this is actually the only third NFT project I look in or get into. last almost like a year or so. But I have seen like the other NFT projects that they host giveaways or contests. Since I like the other NFT projects that just host something generally. But for us, like we are mainly as the poker's communities. I would suggest like maybe you can have like a giveaway or contest that like for people that play poker online. Just if you guys host it, that will bring a lot of the poker enthusiasts or in the community that going in and check it out. I think that'd be a great way to bring in people from that outside that doesn't know about this project.
Yeah,
it's just something that I thought of.
Yeah, no, it's a great idea, and yeah, kind of meet people where they are is kind of strategy. I agree with you. I'll say we're on it. Yeah, so I agree with you completely. We, to be honest, we're trying to find. There's America's Card Room, there's Poker Stars, there's WSOP, there's GG, there's a bunch of different ways to do that. So really, we've been working behind the scenes with Maria to identify the best platform for our holders, and part of that is getting a little bit more input from the community. We've been chatting with people in the Discord and meeting with folks. So I agree. Yeah, we need to do more poker type stuff to use the technical term, and we're going to be doing that here starting next week. You'll see a lot of that stuff coming. So it's a great suggestion and something we're working on for sure.
That sounds very good, because if you guys are already working on it, then I think you guys already know what's supposed to be done. And
definitely, man. Yeah, we're players too, right? So believe me, there's nothing that we like more than to jump on a GG and get a game. So I'm right there with you, man. And you'll see us on there. You'll see me on there taking Joe's virtual money too. So that'll be good.
Taking my lunch money.
Taking Joe's lunch money. That's right. But
all right, thank you so much, guys. Sorry for bothering.
No. Please, man, ask away. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming back up. All right, guys. Any other last minute questions before we have Maria kind of sign us off? Going once, going twice. All right, Maria. Anything to say to the troops here before we shut it down? It's 10:48 here in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm in Nashville, and so the rest of our team, Maria, Joe, and Kenny, are all located in LA, just as a matter of geography. But go ahead, Maria. I see you're speaking, but we can't hear you. And we want to hear you, but Discord's finicky sometimes, so that's okay. It's all good. Okay, cool. So anyway, guys, thank you. Maria's circle is pulsing. She's trying desperately to speak to us. We can't hear her, but that's okay, Maria. Your circle looks great. Anyway, guys, so thank you so much. You guys have an unbelievable night. Thanks again. We did record this. I don't know how the audio quality is going to be. Again, we're finding our way a little bit with the Discord AMA function, but we will post it in the chat. On the server. So if you do have folks that wanted to hear what we talk about, or you came in late, you'll be able to go and replay that. So thanks everybody for coming out. Thanks KB, JD, a lot of these regulars. Thanks to Andy and everybody else for your questions. We appreciate you guys more than you know, and you guys have a great night.